A lot of our roadblock was finding time. I'm part-time at this point in this position, and being the only person in the department and in a very much transitional growing church, just finding the time to make graphics, make good graphics, make engaging graphics, that especially the way you guys relate them to the sermons weekly. I know I wouldn't have the time at this point to do that with everything else that we do at the church. But with COVID, we added the online value, which we've discussed adding online forever, and we'd always recorded the sermons and put them on our website. But adding online was a lot more equipment and transition and teamwork that I think we weren't anticipating. And then, of course, doing it very quickly, the way it had to be done because of COVID. But I think due to that, and then we, around that same time, started working with your company, and it just made us, it helped us, of course, be able to set that aside, like I said earlier, but then it also just helped to, I think, almost engage both of the platforms between watching online a Sunday service and then, I can now look at my social media and I see this, and maybe I do want to follow that because now I'm on the computer more or on my phone more. I think it helped with that transitional period of people going, well, maybe I should at least pay attention to what they're doing on Facebook or Instagram, or and then of course Instagram with the younger crowd. But I think it increased the followers and engagement, and of course our reach outside of our city of Chandler. I think there were so many people looking for churches, and there's a lot of churches who they couldn't afford or have the time to get together the online platform at all. And so I think it helped people to have another way to, I think, search for Jesus, search for the word, search for whatever they were particularly looking for. I mean, it was just another way to reach out past not just our walls, but past our city, past our town. Well, our church, as you know, has a new campus that started this past late winter. And so that alone, just adding another worship center and a big, multi-million-dollar building, not to mention COVID, but even that put aside, it just created a lot of change for us and a lot of adjustment, a lot of extra meetings, a lot of extra thinking time and thinking through problem solving. And so having most of our social media majority covered by you guys and me just having to edit it and look at it and verify information, it's just allowed us to have that freedom to focus more on the ministries and the growth of that building and the growth of the campus. And it was a timely blessing. I would say, I like that the graphics are very different usually. Sometimes, when I create graphics, they kind of can get a similar vibe, at least to me. Maybe that's not true to everyone else, but it's hard to make different graphics that still have impact, because you get kind of like where all the backgrounds are blue or all, you just kind of get into a mindset, I guess, when you're creating bulk amount of graphics. And so it's nice that they're very different. And then, like I said before, interactive, and then you keep them biblical, and the variety of the engagement. So if people want to engage or they don't want to engage. And then, of course, that you get back to me so quickly when we have last minute changes, because that was a big concern of mine a year ago, was we do a lot of stuff last minute that changes with short notice. And so I thought, how are they going to be able to keep up with that when you have dates and times and locations or a cancellation? And you guys have been able to keep on top of that, and it's greatly appreciated. And I don't know how you do it.